フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to the Rank Frost video. So today we're hopping on to this Sacred Trading Podcast number 8. The podcast we did yesterday. We do it every single week at Wednesday with me, Amazing Davo and Sora. And this time around we ranked all the females in Rank Frost, a proper waifu tier list. However, since the video is 2 hours long, and if you don't know, if you actually watched it, I had connection problems. I'm part of Virgin Media, and if you're in the UK, you know how they are. They just sometimes cut off like a day and a half. So that's why I didn't upload yesterday. But you can see right now, like I kept cutting out, it was annoying. I kept freezing, so I weren't there for all of it, but I was there for most of it, and I actually don't know how it ended. And I assume if you lot wanted to watch a podcast and you didn't want to watch all of it, because it is 2 hours long, you'd probably skip towards the end and see some questionable positions. So I kind of want to just you know, kind of give my opinions and go over why we place some of these characters and where we place them, and also, you know, what we were basing on, right? Okay, so I made myself over to the right now. This is on Twitter. So basically, the way we rank them, to be fair, probably too many S, you know, I don't know. But the way we rank them is we all gave our opinions, right? So it was 4 of us. So if I obviously think, you know, who would I put in S? Deanne probably. I put Deanne in S, right? But the other, especially Sora, just doesn't like Deanne, so she had to go down the list. So this ain't really my list. It was more all of us, and we all had different opinions. So I think at the end, we all agreed that this is a bit of a scuffed tier list. We all can't agree on it because it was obviously based on 4 people's. We start at the bottom. Chandler players. This is basically the nonce tier list, right? The, you know, under 16. Yes, 16, because a lot of these characters in this game are 16, but he still get ranked lower. But yeah, obviously he's what you imagine. To be fair, but I was saying this in the stream, I don't think Millen counts as that, like, that tier list. I think she can be, like, a bit higher, but maybe that's just me, I'm not too sure. But I don't really class her as a kid, if that makes sense. I think she, in this series, she actually does look a lot bigger. Maybe because Grand Cross made her a lot smaller, I don't know why. But, and I wouldn't really class her as, like, a child, right? But going up, so I was the one who put Garad in D, by the way. So D is just, like, the ugly characters. Gila is basically just a female of DCL. Just doesn't look that good, to be honest with you lot. Vivian, where is it? I think if we look at all other tier lists, right? Yeah, Vivian's gotta be like the worst character in the game, right? Yeah, like Sabna can see who's this, bro? Yeah, everyone's basically put Vivian in like the lowest tier, basically. Look, this is like the child section, and she's with the child, basically. Like, she's not a good character. But yeah, Garad I did put in D because I don't think she's that nice, right? I don't know if she's a fairy. I would say she looks a bit older. She's kind of like the older fairy. She looks even like a grandma in a way, right? The way she looks, I'm not too sure. But I didn't class her as a child, so I kind of pushed for her to be just a bit higher than the Chandler players because she deserves to be there. What's her name? Elette, just, I don't like her. I don't know anyone would like her. She's just more of a lolly version, like little younger version of Elizabeth. It's just no one should like Elette. I don't know. I will say though, one character that should be in D tier is probably Valenti. I just can't stand her. I don't know how anyone likes her. She's more or less basically a lolly, but she's short. She's kind of like the Miguelda situation. But the glasses, the hairstyle, how she looks, just isn't there for me. So I don't know how do we put her in A tier with Mai. She's in the same tier as Mai. What have we done? How have we done this? Brunhild, bro. Like, how is she there, fam? Like, it's outrageous what we've done. But moving on to C tier, we have Rimuru. It's just slime, but also Rimuru. So she's kind of like is kind of like a female because obviously if you know the series, but yeah, you know, I mean, I guess he's doesn't really have a gender, so he can be there. But I guess if we could, we would have voted for Gluxinia, who Mason didn't put in the list here. But Gluxinia, probably put an A, maybe put an S tier, a bit of fanboys. You know, you can't go wrong. Moving on, we have obviously Lilia. Lilia rated down. I purposely put her down because we already have the Awakened one. So why would you choose the normal Lilia over the Awakened one? Jen and Zenari, they're basically the same person. Gopher, we did argue you can transform into any female character on the list, which is kind of cheating. But he also is a doll, so you're kind of, you know, dealing with a doll. And he also can, like, you know, trick you, so it might even be classed as the R word. So he's a bit tricky, so you put him a bit low. Kitsuna, I'm surprised he's not put in C tier because I thought she was a lolly. I haven't seen season 2 yet. But Raptalia was in Chandler player. If I go back. Alright, so I've gone back on the stream and like, bro, look at the way look at the way it froze, bro. Like, the internet cucked me so hard here. But I want to hear what he say about Raptalia though.
Raptalia from Shield Hero.
Okay, so one, she's like 9.
What?
I heard she was
What?
Yes, I heard Raptalia was
She's like 9. She's 9 and stupid.
Okay. But yeah, Reptalia is a bit of a tricky one because she was young, but then the way the system works in that game is if you level up, you age up as well. So it's a bit of a tricky situation. So I guess probably put lower too. BT, I think I'm okay with, to be fair. Other than I guess Diane, we did rank Big Diane different to Small Diane because Big Diane can't go in your house. It makes sense why she's lower. I don't know why we did that, to be fair. Fauna, I think, doesn't have the best representation in Grand Cross. I mean, we got 2 units, right? But we do know she's 4. So when we get 4, she might be an S tier or even Elite Milkers, depending on how much she transforms here. But Fauna is definitely a potential S tier in the future, though. Where we get better units, better outfits for her to show her more of a, you know, a physical appearance here. But yeah, she don't have the best love in Grand Cross right now. All right, so I will say one thing, though, is Rem. I know people might disagree here. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Rem. I think I do prefer Ram. So I'm definitely big up the boys for actually agreeing with that as well. I'm surprised to put Million A as well. And then moving on, I think generally speaking, now that I'm looking at it, I think Mai's got to go up to S tier because it's Mai. But I do feel like she's kind of cheating because she's like, it's so easy to put her at Elite Milkers or even S tier. So I kind of like, I'm okay with her being A, but like I can see why she's in I can see why she will go to S though. But I think we put every catastrophe other than this Valenti in like A or S, which I just can't agree with. I know it's obvious they're being made to, you know, sell us, right? These are characters being made specifically as gacha characters. So if they don't look pretty, well, no, they're not going to sell well, right? But I mean, some people were saying in the stream, and I kind of agree a little bit. I was kind of basing it on more like personality and like how much I know the character. So, for example, Dare was an A tier, by the way, but thankfully Davo used his actual S tier push. If you didn't know, we all had the chance to actually push characters to S tier, no matter what the others say, which is why Deldy is an S tier. That's kind of what I push for. But thankfully, Davo did push up here because she was in A tier, but like Dare is probably one of the best female characters in 7 Days Since. And it's funny, this comment right here. Thank you, Amazing, for respecting the muscle waifu. He won. He put in, he was making Dario go lower. I think we all agreed she was going to go in S tier, but Amazing's like, no, put her lower. But yeah, for example, Merlin, I don't think she is like the most attractive character in 7 Days Since or even on this list, but I do like the character the most. I like every 7 Days Since character, so she would go higher on my list, which if you watch my old one, I think she was an S tier, but yeah, she is A. I can agree with Easton. Fair enough, I don't mind it. Mikasa, I don't mind. Rox, yeah, I mean, they look good, but I just don't like them as a character, right? So it's hard for me to put them in such a high tier list. Scardy though, moving on to S tier. Oh, I don't know what these lot are thinking. I don't know who. I think it might have been Sora, used his push to get into a higher tier. I don't know what people are seeing her. Like, there's like nothing there for me. I would personally put her into like C to D tier even. I don't know what people are like in, maybe, once again, the lore wise. She showed up in Ragnarok and did one move and then effed off. Never seen again. Like, that's kind of probably one of the reasons why I don't like her, is I don't know her. But, yeah, very outrageous. Roxy probably moved down a little bit. Camilla, I don't mind. We were basing it on her actual awakened form too, which, to be fair, there's some fan art out there that looks absolutely unreal, so maybe she does deserve to be there. Alaska I can back as well, but like I probably put Merlin. Yeah, Jericho is the young one though. If it was the MILF Jericho or Pedo Jericho from you know, 4 Nights, then I probably would put her high, actually, I'm not gonna lie. So I believe for A and S maybe, but I believe they are ranked in order, so obviously at the S tier, Jormungand is by far the best one. I'm surprised he put a kid in an S, you know. I mean, I'll back it, but I didn't think these lot will back it too. But Davo and Sora did back it, so you love to see it. But yeah, if we look at the top list, right, like the top 4, top 5, there's only one 7 character. What the hell are we doing? I mean, I back Freya though. Freya is by far probably the best character in Grand Cross though, because she was made to sell. I mean, it's just simple as it is. And her outfit as well, like they knew what they were doing. If I had to back it, I probably would put Dare Warrior and also Margaret Duciel in S tier. Also, yeah, it is Margaret Duciel, by the way, the guy version in a way. We kind of went into a debate there. I don't know if I cut out when I was speaking. I think I did actually. But we all agreed, I think, that most of us, apart from Amazing, that if it is Leducia Margaret, she's an S tier. But if it is Margaret, she's probably an A tier, because Leducia Margaret's by far the better one. Yeah, Roxy, I'll put it down to A. See, once again, just going back to my point, right? I just don't agree with the OCs. But I will say, though, Sabnak, if that's think you say her name. We all agree. She just looks so nice in story mode. We barely know the character. I don't think we even heard her voice yet. And we already put her quite high. Just on appearance alone. You lot know I love green. She's basically the only green character. Apart from Delgy. But there's no way Delgy's going to get into the Elite Milkers. But yeah, boys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, I kind of want to give my reaction here. Because once again, I was part of the stream. But I didn't really give my full opinions on a lot of the characters. And some of them slipped past me, right? So I kind of had to be said. It's funny though. Because someone here to let's see Delgy. How is Delgy so high basically, right? But that's because of me. But to be fair, I will say, going through the list though, a lot of people rate Delgy so low. I know it's not too bad. Like another one here, Delgy with the children. How have we done that? Like generally, I don't know why people are here so low. She's not even that bad looking. I think we had better outfits and more reputation in rank force. People might agree to a lot more here. But yeah, I don't know what people are thinking. Look, bro, another one. How is Delgy with the children, bro? What are we doing? All right, boys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Best waifu go? Yeah, okay, I gotta come off this list. Boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.